What's up, YouTube? Kind of windy out here. I'm in Monroe, Michigan, across from the pilot. There's a little, it's called Heck Park, Vietnam Veterans Memorial and Museum. So over here they have a little, they have stuff over here. It's pretty good. They have a wall with all the names. It's on both sides. And then there's a long speech from Abraham Lincoln from 1862, and the groundbreaking was done in 1986, and the dedication was done in 1987. It's a tiny little town, but they have a Huey over there. They have a Cobra in the back over there. I know Boggs was talking about his dad used to fly Cobras. They got little memorial things. We'll walk around and pardon the wind. So it says, dedicated to the memory of Captain Norman Heck Jr. and all service personnel killed in Vietnam. So there's a plaque there. Hopefully it's not a lot of wind coming through the microphone. There's a chained eagle on top of this pole, and let's see what the marker says. This chainsaw carved eagle above, carved by a Vietnam veteran Ken, I can't really pronounce his last name, Schulich, was originally placed here in September 1997. The 6-foot wingspan eagle restrained by a chain represents all the POW, MIA, and their families who even today continue their endless quest for freedom. Let us always remember their courage in the face of horrific circumstances. It's nice to have stuff like this. It's nice to remember, That's what young people need to do, is come out and see these little places and remember, Some didn't make it home, The ones that didn't make it home, thank you for your sacrifice. The ones that made it home, welcome home. So here's another one. This 81 millimeter mortar was a crew-served, air-cooled ground force weapon used primarily in static positioning through the South Vietnam. It weighs 115 pounds and is capable of firing 35 rounds for the first minute and 18 rounds per minute. After that, it was fired by dropping a round into the end of the barrel. There were 4 basic rounds used. Fragmentation, 3 types: white phosphorus, smoke, and illumination. It could fire up to a distance of 3 miles. Ooh, that's pretty far. Depending on the type of round, this was one of the most important and critical perimeter defense weapons used during the Vietnam War. So they built one to make it display so people can see. Here's a rock for Melvin Dyer. It's his memorial. Melvin Dyer, born May 22nd, 1947, a resident of Carlton, Michigan, served his country during the Vietnam War as an engineer with the 57th Assault Helicopter Company and 52nd Aviation Battalion. of the United States Army. February 19, 1968, the UH-1H Huey helicopter on which Staff Sergeant Dyer had volunteered to help rescue Special Forces team under fire in Dak Sat, Laos, was shot down. Although several crew members escaped the burning helicopter, Melvin's fate is unknown, and he remains officially listed as missing in action, MIA. Monroe County's only MIA. With the memorial, we honor his memory, grieve for his family, and hold out for hope for the eventual full accounting of our brother in arms. That's nice that they put a memorial for him. There's a lot of missing in action that they never knew what happened. I'll walk over to the next one. I know it's windy out. So this represents, the mortar boxes represent what the Bible on the top represents when they would have a makeshift altar in the jungle. That's nice. And then if you want to read it, it's pretty long. But yeah, that's nice that they have something like this. Like I said, it's a beautiful little park, you know, pay tribute to the vets. That's nice. So here's another little monument in the memory of the men and women who served the Vietnam War and later died as a result of their service, often referred to as the wounds that never heal, or hidden casualties of war. We honor and remember their sacrifice. Yes, we honor everybody's sacrifice. God bless them all. And here's another one for the women that have served. The women who serve. There were almost 10,000 enlisted women and women officers from all military branches who served in Vietnam. They served in many support staff assignments, hospitals, crewed on medical evacuation flights, MASH units, hospital ships, operations groups, information officers, service clubs, headquarters, offices, and many other clerical, medical, intelligence, and personnel. In many cases, women suffered the same hardships as men and were often in the line of fire from rockets and mortars, causing casualties. There are 8 women's names engraved on the Vietnam Wall in Washington. Several women were awarded the Purple Heart, Bronze Star, Commendation Medal, and unit citations. Women were there. They wed through the same mud and blood as the men, witnessed the same horrors of war, and suffered the same shameful treatment. And upon their return to the country that sent them there. With this monument, we remember and honor their service and sacrifice to the United States of America. It's nice that they have something, because I'm sure there was a lot of service women over there. So there was a Huey there. There's a Cobra gunship over there. And along here, they got stones all around with different names. Walk along. Lots of different names. Like I said, it's a nice, peaceful little park. It's nice that, you know, they do stuff like this. I visit lots of war memorials and cenotaphs when I see them, because I think we should. As you know, I'm Canadian, but you know, we're all allies, right? We were allies in the war. In Canada, I go and visit. If I see a cenotaph in a small town, a lot of small towns have cenotaphs, I'll go and take the time to read the names and see what was going on and what they have, because I think it's something that everybody should take time, right? They gave a lot for the freedoms we have on both sides of the border. And here's another one. This is the plaque for the Huey that's up here. And somebody left a penny. A couple pennies, actually. That's nice. A couple wreaths. Like I said, it's a beautiful little park. You know? I bet you how many people drive by going through that Pilot truck stop over there and not knowing this little park is over here. There's some trees dedicated to people. I can't read the names. Their name's so small. I'm getting old. I need glasses. But don't tell anybody. So yeah, so the monuments there. These are the listed names that are on the monument. A lot of people, a lot of young men and women didn't make it home. Yeah, and we thank them for their service. But I figured to share this with everybody. You know, just thinking a lot of young people gave everything. Yep. All right, everybody. Until next time, peace.